Hello, everyone. Welcome to this month's edition of In the Grove. I'm Sue Heaton. So happy to be with you again. And we have a great show for you this month. We have guests from Kenneth Young Center. We have Kate Garbarek and Bill Marston. They're here to talk about how they are going to handle this year's gift baskets for those in need. Very important. And then also stopping by, we have Pastor Stefan and we have his sidekick, Sandy Mueller. They're coming to us from the Christus Victor Church in Elk Grove to tell us how they are going to handle a Thanksgiving meal this year. So a lot of information. We hope you will stay tuned. We'll be right back with our program. Welcome back, everyone. So happy to have Kate and Bill with us today. They're both together to tell us what has been going on at the Kenneth Young Center. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
I know you've been frequent visitors. We're happy to have you back. Kate, would we like to start with you first to give us a brief update since last we talked? What's been going on at our Kenneth Young Center?
Absolutely. Well, Kenneth Young Center has been busy at work for the last months, as we always are, responding to our community's needs during the pandemic. We've seen incredible increased needs from many of our older adults living in Elk Grove and Schaumburg townships who are especially impacted by COVID and by quarantine. And so we are delivering 600 meals Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to our older adults through Meals on Wheels.
That's each day, 600 meals each of those days?
Yes, ma'am. And we usually have meals that are going out Monday through Friday. And so to give scale, it's more like 125. So when you think about, even if you combine 2 days, you're still seeing a much greater need from people and needing multiple meals in each delivery, getting that wellness check and support from a friendly volunteer to make sure people are safe.
I was just going to say, that's all volunteers that do the delivery work. Have your volunteers increased in numbers?
We do. So we've had some of our usual folks who, the pandemic has made people uncomfortable going out. And so we've seen some people who are shifting their volunteer responsibilities to virtual opportunities. And we've had new people who have come in to help fill the gap. And so we're so grateful to our community that has responded with generosity and kindness.
Yes.
To be
well, I know at least in the past when meals were delivered, part of that service was that the volunteers spent time with some of those individuals that were pretty isolated. How about now, Kate? Do they just kind of bring the meal and leave?
Yeah, it's a contactless delivery. So we do want to make sure that people are not coming in contact with one another, that they're staying safe, that our volunteers have hand sanitizer and everything that they need to make sure that those deliveries are safe and secure. We do have people that if they have enough space in their front lawns or places that they can communicate outside. And when the summer has been, we've been able to do a lot more things outside. We are about to start, this month is our very first virtual memory cafe. So we'll have an activity once a month where older.
Okay, explain that. What's Memory Cafe?
Yeah, so last year was our very first memory cafe that we hosted every month for older adults to come in. We'd have an activity, a program, lunch for an adult and their caregiver. And it was a program that was really gaining steam. And then, of course, when it was no longer safe for us to be in person, we had to kind of pull back on how do we support people in their homes. And for some of us, that means that you're Zoom calling all the time. But we have a number of our older adults who don't have internet access, don't have the technology to do Zoom calls. So we have a pilot program where we have a group of older adults who are actually getting technology brought to them, and we're teaching them how to use tablets so that they can connect with people, so that they stay safe, especially in the winter months when it's going to be hard for us to do things outside. So we are bending and being nimble to change our programs to make sure that we answer the needs of our older adults, and then lots of phone calls that are just making sure that people are safe, connecting with people, making sure they have what they need. We had wonderful responses from volunteers and donors who brought us things like toilet paper. When you couldn't get toilet paper, how do we make sure that our older adults are staying safe? So we've got all of those programs, and then our mental health services that have really picked up.
Exploded might be the word for these times, right? Mental
Yeah.
health, we hear about how that has just increased the needs. And so you're providing extra services.
We do, and our teams have been amazing and flexible, and actually being able to receive services through the computer has meant that people are being better about keeping their appointments because they don't have to depend on public transportation. They don't have to try to get to any of our offices. So we're able to serve more people. We're able to use some of our teams to strategically answer that need as we have more and more folks who need support in English and in Spanish. So it's been a really positive experience for all of us to be able to find new ways to serve people where they are.
Yes, but it all sounds to me like that requires a lot of funding.
It does, and a lot of digging deep and having staff who are willing to be flexible and do things differently than we've ever done them before. We have an incredible youth team that does community collaboration, and their work is almost exclusively in schools. Well, we're not in schools.
Well, yeah, right.
So they've created podcasts, and they have weekly emails, and they have groups that are being hosted through Zoom with youth from sometimes the same school, sometimes different schools. Our LGBTQ center opened just over a year ago and has been doing so well. They're getting a whole new space in a year. They need a
year you've done that. Yeah.
Because they have more youth who are coming together both virtually and in person.
Well, so, sounds like you have a lot of creative minds at Kenneth Young.
We have incredible staff, and we've been able to grow over the last year. We went from an agency of about 200 people to we have about 230, and that's really responding to the increased need in our community, new programs, and growth to just be able to expand the services that we offer.
Services. Yeah, the main thing is to let the community know of all these extended services that have become available. With so many people in need, many people alone and crying out for help, maybe not knowing where to turn. Right here in Elk Grove, we have the Kenneth Young Center. Kate, I believe last time we talked, you told me Kenneth Young, is it 30 years?
We are actually turning 50.
Oh, come on.
November. So we have been around for a long time, and we plan to be around for a long time longer.
Yes.
And so we encourage people that we have staff who their role is resource and referral. So if you are sitting at home and you need support, we're a first place to call. And if we can support you, we'll be honored to do that. And if not, we can also help transition you to a better resource. And you know, Bill has been wonderful with our Adopt a Family program. It's an opportunity for anyone to get involved with Kenneth Young Center. Every holiday season, our most in need clients are nominated to receive a gift from a member of the community as an adoption for that holiday. And so this year we've turned everything virtual. We're doing a gift card drive so that there's no exchange of physical gifts. You don't have to go anywhere. From the comfort of your home, you can visit the Kenneth Young Center website. We have information about the program. We have an opportunity for people to give at whatever level is appropriate to you. Each gift that goes to our clients will be $25, and it allows our families to purchase gifts for themselves, purchase items that they need. Most of the time we get requests for things like shoes and pants. What a gift to give somebody a little bit of financial support to go buy a pair of shoes that fits them, they'll enjoy wearing. So we encourage people to check out our website and to support us and to join us in supporting our clients as they need more support than ever this holiday season.
So Kate, is it only monetary donations that you seek, or if people have, perhaps they bought some clothing, maybe they have a jacket that still has the tags on it. Do you take donations like that now, or are you concerned?
This year we've moved everything to a gift card drive because most of our clients aren't coming to the office right now.
Sure.
You know, we're going to be distributing things through the mail because we just want to limit that person-to-person contact. And we've done drives in the past, and if there are people who have items that they would like to donate, I know our townships have wonderful programs to support our community through food pantries and coat drives, and many of our schools
certainly
So this is a special opportunity to give that joy of the season to someone that you may never meet, but you will forever change how they
Your
experience
life,
the
correct.
2020 holiday.
I just think the Adopt a Family program is easy because anybody can do it. Click of the computer.
Right.
You don't have to make a big commitment. You don't have to go to the store. If you only can give a couple of gift cards, I think that's the kind of ease that this program is set to be there for people who just want to give back to the community. Maybe somebody that's been involved with Kenneth Young wants to give back, or someone like me that knows Kate and the programs that they've done because of my volunteer work. It's the reason why I contribute, and I think that it's an easy way for residents to give back to this really precious resource that we have in town that we don't want to take for granted.
Kate, just so we can review, so that those residents at home who are really interested in making a contribution, how do they go ahead and do that?
Absolutely. So if you go to Kenneth Young Center's website, and I'll pull it up here for you, it's www.kennethyoung.org/adoptafamily. Find our full website here. You can go ahead and write on that page. We have opportunities to make a gift. Each gift card is $25, but you can make a donation at whatever level feels appropriate to you. And right above, we have a link here. So if you're interested in learning more about how your gift makes a difference, we have a page dedicated to stories about our clients and how our clients and families are impacted by this program. So we have an example about a mother and her children, our older adults that participate in this program, as well as our youth clients. So although you don't get to meet the individual person, see a glimpse into the lives of the people that you will support through this generous program. So we're so grateful for the opportunity to share the website, and you find all kinds of information about all of our programs and services on kennethyoung.org, and an opportunity to contact us if you have questions, and it's easier to do that online. We're happy to take them that way too.
It couldn't be easier. Thanks, Kate. Right. Kate, I'm wondering if some of these creative ideas that your staff has come up with now, do you see them continuing in the future? And I say that because one of our local physicians, an ophthalmologist, well known, I'll say her name, Dr. Kernan here in town, when we visited her, had said that she hopes that a lot of the precautions we're taking now might continue even when the pandemic is over. Do you see some of the things you've put in place now continuing, say, a year or two from now?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think our teams have been so smart and so cautious and careful about thoughtfully implementing change. And in a time when there's so many things changing, we want to give people as much stability as we can. But access to care should always be something that if we can make it as easy as possible, when you need help,
you need it then.
We need you to be able to access it. Right. You know, I absolutely can see many of our programs continuing to have a virtual component. We've had people who have come in to learn about webinars and educational opportunities that our teams have offered from different states all over the country, because we are an expert in our field, and we are honored to be able to share that information with anyone who wants to learn more about mental health, recovery services, older adults. We're proud to be that resource for people.
Well, Kate, we hear and see your energy, and we also know how reserved that Bill is, and he never brags about himself. But I'm going to throw something out there now. And Bill, I don't remember how many years this goes back, but when I was working, and hopefully at the Pavilion Fitness, there was a earthquake, was it or a tsunami in, was it Haiti? And at that time, I asked members at the Pavilion Fitness if they had shoes, because people over there were walking around in broken glass and everything. And we collected so many bags of used shoes, but I didn't know how to get them there. And you said, I'll get them there for you. And you flew over. Do you remember that? Sure, you good Samaritan.
My business is international transportation.
Right.
And so
good deeds are always remembered, Bill. We don't forget that you did things like that. It was many years ago, but again, like Kate was saying, you donate a card, you don't know the person who may receive it, but you've changed a life just like you did when you got those gently worn shoes over to the survivors in Haiti.
One of the parts of the program that's kind of neat is the stories section of the website. And I think that I understand that you're going to put a link to it in this program. But to me, in looking at it and sharing it with my friends and family, I was particularly touched by some of these stories. And I think that it gives that connection that we're talking about by reading about the people that it impacts. And so that's kind of cool, I think, to be able to read the stories, to see the impact and to see the results. So I think it would be kind of neat for the viewers of this program to click on there, look at the stories, they'll feel that connection, and they can see that what they're doing is helping in the community. So I think that's
absolutely
a really important part of the program that's available to them that's going to be part of this television program.
Absolutely. I can only say Elk Grove is blessed to have both Bill and Kate, such vital members of our community. We can sense the depth of your caring. And we certainly thank both of you for coming on the program today and making us more aware of everything that is expanding over at our Kenneth Young Center. Thank you both for your time today.
Thank you.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you again, and congratulations on all your efforts. And everybody remember, just a simple gift card can absolutely make such a difference on needy families this holiday. Okay, good to see you again, Kate.
Nice to see you. Thank you both.
And Bill, always good to see you.
Good to see you too. So we'll look
Happy holidays to both of you. Stay healthy.
And to you.
And we will be back with the rest of our program. Well, welcome back to our program, everyone. Very happy to have our next two guests with us. This is Sandy Mueller and Pastor Stefan, and they come to us from the Christus Victor Church over there located on Arlington Heights Road, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, a very active church in our community for sure. And let me ask you first, how has the church been functioning these past months? Have you been doing virtual services?
Yes, we are doing both. We have virtual services on Saturday. We film them, and then we have also in-person services on Saturday as well at 5 and on Sunday at 10. And so some people come and some people watch it from home. So we keep going.
And you're limited to the number of parishioners that can come?
We are limited to 25% of the seating capacity, so we are around by 50, but we have all the pews roped up and people come in with masks, and it's very sanitized and very safe to come.
Well, that's always good to know. So Sandy, what have you been up to this year? What is your duty over at the church?
Well, to be a great parishioner.
Number one.
And then,
but then you volunteer a lot?
Yes.
Okay, so we know that every year Christus Victor has offered a Thanksgiving dinner for the people that have nowhere else to go, so that they feel part of a family connection. And this year it has to be challenging, like everything else. So you've gotten creative, but you're still going to feed those people this year?
Absolutely.
Well, how are you going to do it?
So we decided to think outside the box. And so instead of having people come into the church, you know, having the 700 or 800 people come into the church, we're going to do a drive-through. So our Thanksgiving dinner will continue. And we have some fabulous sponsors, as well as Tasty Catering is going to continue, just like they've done for many, many years, to cook the 200 to 300 pounds of turkey. And then Belvedere Banquet, they cook all the mashed potatoes. We're asked them to make all the sweet potatoes now. And then the green bean casserole will be made probably at Tasty Catering, and of course Jerash, and their fabulous, beautiful food.
Desserts and breads. Mm-hmm.
So the bread, what they do is they take the leftover bread and make it into chunks so we can make stuffing.
Stuffing, I bet it's fantastic. Very delicious. Pastor Stefan, was this your idea? Do you want to take credit?
Well, a little bit. I was hoping. First, when we talked in the beginning, when the pandemic hit, we thought we keep everybody safe and not having a Thanksgiving meal, but I was hoping and praying that it will change our mind. And then a few weeks ago, Sandy called and says, well, what do you think? Let's have a drive-by. And we were thinking creatively what we can do and keep it safe and have the meal prepared here at the church, and then have people drive by and share a really nice Thanksgiving greeting with them, smile at them at the car and bless them. We will have beautiful music outside so that people enjoy and still can see each other, and the spirit continues of giving. And so I was very pleased to hear that we can pull it off. And I'm very grateful for the community who comes together and gives offering and donations to the Thanksgiving EGV.org and then .com, thank you, or directly to the church, cvlutheran.org under giving. And then people can give a donation to the Thanksgiving so that we can buy all these beautiful things and provide this meal.
I mean, even the paper products that are required to the containers, I'm sure everything has cost behind it.
Yes, but in the past, we were always, every year, we are so thankful and surprised about the generosity that the community provides so that we can do this from volunteer hours and giving. So we are very, very thankful what happened in the last 17 years and hopeful that this year, again, we can serve many people and share Thanksgiving joy with them.
Well, really no surprise there. This is Elk Grove Village, and we understand the outreach that goes out to so many organizations in our community. So Sandy, how do people, do they have to register? How will you know how much to prepare? What is the date of this awesome giveaway and the time frame? So fill us in on details.
So I've got a flyer that's in the community. And
Thanksgiving is not canceled, Charlie Brown. Great.
And then if you see something like this, you can register, you can pull tab if you see it. If you don't, you can go to our website where we, every 15 minutes, we're gonna have a portion of the people that can come in. And so we open up between 11 and 3 and possibly go beyond that. We are making single servings, double servings, and a family serving of 4.
Wonderful. So no requirements. I mean, the people who register, they don't have to show any type of proof of need. It's open to anyone out of the generosity of all those at Christus Victor.
We know that there are many, many people out there, both, not only our senior citizens, people are home, people who can't afford it. People don't have a way.
Especially now, right?
Making a meal, yeah. And there's a lot of need. And we want to fulfill that need. You tell us that you need 100 more, we'll make it.
Yes.
Oh, what a tremendous outreach. You truly are living the word.
So Sue, last year we served 800 meals here.
And was that a higher number than even previous years?
Absolutely.
And
so the need continues.
So what is astonishing is every year we don't know how many people exactly will come. And so you prepare food and you hope you have enough. And it's really a miracle. At the end of the day, you just have enough food to feed everyone, including the volunteers. It is like someone is helping us to find out how much food we need to make, to have, to give away so that everyone can have a meal and will not go home hungry. And it happened every year.
Pastor, there's a Bible verse coming to my mind as you say that, something to do with loaves and fishes. Do you think?
Every year, and we are humbled by it. Sometimes we wonder, it's 2 o'clock, will we have enough food because more people are coming? And then the last guests came and received food, and it is always enough. And it's teaching us that God provides if you are willing to reach out your hand and try something, and it's very, very humbling for all of us who participate in it. That's why
so you never had to turn anyone away.
No, we never turned anybody away. No.
You're always there with open hearts and open hands and hardworking staff. I actually met one of your volunteers last evening who was telling us about this, and we know you've been there for years, providing for those that really, that sense of, you know, it's an important holiday. Actually, for me personally, if anyone ever asked, what's my favorite holiday? It's always Thanksgiving. There's such a warmth about that particular holiday, and it is going to be more challenging this year for so many. So what a wonderful gift you are giving to so many in this time of special need.
We're here. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're glad that you're there. The
Oh,
Christian Victor
not
Church.
to mention, you know, the summer dinners that we've been having over the
Yes,
summer,
yes.
not to mention an extra food pantry opportunity here as well.
Yes, let us hear about anything else. I know I've seen in the past as I would drive by, there's car washes going on with young students and that. But tell us a little bit about everything else that your church does
Yes.
do.
When the pandemic hit and we had to slow down the services and have less people coming into the church, we said, how can we serve the people outside of the church? And we realized that there are a lot of people hungry, lost their jobs. And so we started a food pantry. And we had no plans before, so there was no budget or big plan. So we started it from scratch. And now we are serving every week 30 to 40 families with a lot of food, and people from the community, just like the Thanksgiving meal, are donating food. Boy Scouts and community people give us food so that we can buy fresh food every week and give to the people in need. And the appreciation is incredible. People are so thankful when they can feed their families right now. So that's what we are doing in this moment.
Well, you are truly a blessing to our community. Many thanks for all that you do, all your outreach programs. And I'm so happy we can bring this information to those in our community so that beginning of the holiday season can be joyful and that wonderful taste that is truly Thanksgiving. You have some very good cooks, and thanks to all those that donate. I want to thank you for your time coming today to share this information, and I'm sure it'll be a blessed turnout. So many people will be there, and it's just so nice to meet both of you.
Thank the police department because they're going to be here
Help.
to make sure that the traffic can flow in and out.
Yes.
So,
Well, get your aprons on. It's just wonderful. It's just so heartfelt. Thank you so much. We appreciate you very much. We look forward to talking with you again next year, and maybe you can return to your previous way of serving those.
We hope. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Pastor Stefan, and thanks, Sandy. Have a wonderful holiday.
thank you too.
Thank you. And we will be back with the rest of our program. Well, I certainly want to thank everyone who took their time today. These are all people that are so involved in our community, that are doing so much to help everyone, especially through these more difficult times. And I want to thank the pastor and all the helpers, all the volunteers, and all the businesses that are contributing to feed so many this upcoming Thanksgiving. Pastor was saying that they never turn anyone away. There will be food for all those in need, for those that need a Thanksgiving dinner. So be sure, if you know of anyone that's locked in and you want to register and pick up a meal for them, please do so. They're more than happy. They feel so happy and just being happy to give. And then for the work that's being done at Kenneth Young Center to help again this holiday season. The need is endless, isn't it? There's so many ways to help. If you can find one way or another to help, we understand at Christus Victor, they also have a food pantry. So if you would like to help out there, they would love to receive canned goods from you. And then Kenneth Young, you know, with their gift card donation. So please, I know there's many asking for help, but if there's any way you can, you know, it's all here within our community. So we thank you so much here from the Elk Grove television station for all that you do in making our community the exceptional community that it is. So thank you again for listening to our program, and we look forward to being with you again next month on In the Grove. Bye for now.